Who's winning so far? Holy shit. Uh,
Nobody's
Craig.
winning.
Craig is winning the poll by a large margin. By a large marge. Someone asked me a green question.
How many triangular sections make up each of a TIE fighter's solar panels?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
That's a serious accusation, Liz.
Liz says Craig is buying votes.
Do you have any evidence?
This way. Orange. Someone asks me an orange question.
This is slander.
What's it up to now? It's still the same.
What is the primary color of a Gungan energy sphere?
Blue.
Correct.
Hell yeah. I voted, by the way. I need my sticker. I need my I voted today sticker to put on.
Do I have to pray to get more questions like that?
You could try. Blue. Ask me a blue. Blew me a question.
Who is Qui-Gon Jinn talking to when the Sith probe droid first spots him?
Padme.
No.
Was it Shmi?
Watto.
Watto. Jesus. All right, well, Kyle's turn.
Maybe there are just a lot of
Nice.
lurkers that are Craig stands. You don't know. I have a lot of fans.
Kyle, which twosome, weird word, which twosome prepares for an underwater outing on Naboo by donning A99 Aquata breathers?
Is one of them the dude with the big ears? I've forgotten his name. Really annoying.
Jar Jar, and no, it is not.
No, well, I don't know then.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay.
Jar Jar doesn't need.
Breathe underwater.
Yeah, Jar Jar's a gun and he can breathe underwater. Craig's turn. The poll is about halfway done, and we are at, so far, 83% Craig, 8% me, and 8% Lost Joke. Lost Joke, have you voted? Has Kyle voted?
How does that work?
You just go on my
on
channel on
Twitch.
Twitch. Just go to my channel on Twitch and open up the stream and vote.
Pretty sure there's laws against betting on yourself.
I didn't bet on myself. I voted for you, Lost Joke.
You're not supposed to reveal your vote, otherwise it won't come true.
I'm sending a bias to all the voters. I'm biasing them by telling them who I voted for.
Green.
Oh, where do Wookiees come from?
Well, you see, when a man Wookiee and a woman Wookiee love each other very much,
Is that that's the real question? Where do Wookiees come from?
It's specific. Which jungle planet do Wookiees hail from? I just said, where do Wookiees come from? Like, that's the genuine question.
Kashyyyk.
No, they come from Wookiee.
which is the
They come from the
Evil-
moon of Wookiee, orbiting the
which is
planet
of
Wookiee.
course the evil clone of the original planet.
It's the
Yes.
second evil clone of the original planet, because there's
Well, if
three
it's the
Ys
second,
in a
if
row.
it's the second evil clone, that means it's just good again.
That you do have a point.
It just
You
becomes
do have a point.
eviler.
When it's
You
just a
take
little
the
evil,
evil
and then
you make it exponentially more evil.
You're eventually going to hit a bottom line. You can't get more eviler.
No, I think you can. I think you can be
who is
infinitely evil.
voting? Who is voting? All right, so far we are at 17% Craig, 41% me. That's growing, continues to grow. 26% Kyle and 14% Lost Joke. I wish I could see total people who have voted. I can see total per vote, but I can't see total overall people who have voted. Yeah, 54 for Craig, 112 and growing for me, and 60 for Kyle, and 27 for Lost Joke.
Who tries to reach the bridge of a Trade Federation battleship by cutting through the blast doors with a lightsaber?
Qui-Gon.
Yes.
You do know that it's 10 points. It's 10 channel points per vote, right?
It's actually
Just letting
100
you know.
points.
Is it 100 points? I thought I said
Yep.
10. Uh-oh.
You
I
said
thought it was
10,
10.
but it costs 100.
Well, part of it is that it wasn't showing in the window properly. I couldn't actually see the number I was putting in. All right, well, someone has spent 1,300 some points to vote for me. Nice.
Orange.
Orange for the wedge.
Which type of droid is seen attacking Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of his relayed transmission from Geonosis?
Is relayed transmission.
Yes, relayed transmission.
Will you reread the question, Lost Joke? Will you re-say it?
Which type of droid is seen attacking Obi-Wan at the end of his relayed transmission from Geonosis?
I'm gonna have to guess Droideka.
It's Droideka.
Nice. Get the wedge.
Droid specifically designed to kill Jedi, but didn't really ever kill a Jedi.
No, not really. The poll is over. Kyle, or no, I'm sorry, Lost Joke won the poll, and Kyle apparently contributed the most channel points at 30,600 channel points. Kyle bought the most votes. Lost Joke won. Lost Joke won with 34%, 151 votes. Me came in second with 31%, 136 votes. Kyle was third, and Craig was dead last. I'm sorry, Craig.
Takes too long.
What does?
It has like a buffer.
Oh.
You have to wait for it to go through.
Kyle was a victim of cross-Atlantic ping.
Yeah, I couldn't spend my points that I got with bits.
Using the Force, which kind of weapon does Luke Skywalker take from a guard in Jabba the Hutt's palace?
A blaster.
It's a blaster.
Nice. Craig's on a roll. No sequel questions so far.
probably run out of sequel questions.
I think there's plenty left. He's just been lucky.
But
Kyle has redeemed Say Weird Factoid. The weird factoid is before you read the question, the weird factoid is did you know that Ewoks are considered to be master artisans and builders according to the people who wrote the Trivial Pursuit questions?
that's stupid.
That's the real factoid. It is stupid.
Why do they live in bushes then?
I don't know. There was a question last week. We were doing the same thing with a different Star Wars deck, and the question was who are known as master artisans and builders, and the answer was the Ewoks. I have never once in my entire life thought of the Ewoks as being master builders and artisans. They are primitive little teddy bears who live in the trees.
They're also cannibals.
They are, yeah. Another factoid for you. Bonus factoid. There you go.
Well, that's what was in the stew at the celebration after the second Death Star's destruction.
Why do you think the
It was
Ewoks
their
are really?
fallen.
Why do you think they were so really eager to help the rebels fight the Empire? That means they were going to get food.
A lot of food too. All right, you can ask the question now.
Wonder how much Luke and Co ate.
How many horns protrude from the head of the average Gamorrean guard?
They don't mean tusks, do they?
Said horns.
If I swear to God. All right, what's your answer, Greg? If the answer is what I think it is, I'm gonna call bullshit on that question. Because they're not horns.
I'm not entirely sure they even have horns.
I don't think they do. They have something else that is called an entirely different thing.
I'm gonna say 0.
2.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It's referring to their tusks. That's 100%
No.
bullshit.
No, it's not. I'm looking at Gamorrean guards. They do in fact have horns.
Hold on.
You might assume that that's a helmet. No, that's actually their horns.
What the hell? Oh, they do have horns.
Alright. Last Chuck's turn.
They actually don't have tusks. They do have tusks. They look like orcs.
They have tusks, but they have like 4 tusks.
Like Star Wars orcs.
Sporks. They're sporks.
All right. Pink or red. This is dumb. Another dumb one. Which Toydarian merchant doesn't fall for Qui-Gon Jinn's Jedi mind tricks?
That's Watto.
Yes, it is. It is Watto.
You must think you're some kind of Jedi waving your arms around. That
He sounded
turned more Scottish than I.
Watto is supposed to be a racist Jewish stereotype. Lost joke, not Scottish.
Because everything is directly related to some real life race or whatever.
Is that green? Right. Which planet does Obi-Wan Kenobi sum up as small, out of the way, poor?
Tatooine?
What else could it be? Kyle, were you satisfied with that factoid?
Whoops.
I've forgotten what it was.
Why did
Wait a
it blow
minute.
everything
Wait
up?
a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. I've gone back. All right.
Why did it blow everything up?
So what racist stereotype are hobbits?
Oh,
Englishmen.
I'm more talking about Star Wars, but
Yeah, but everything has to be a racist stereotype. So
probably
People
Englishmen. Yes.
accuse Tolkien. People accuse Tolkien of modeling hobbits after like typical countryside Englishmen.
Agreed.
That's just what I heard
That's-
someone say in regards
well-
to like hobbits.
that's
Yeah, it would be-
100% accurate.
Yeah, it would be like West Country people probably.
Why isn't this going in here?
So what racist stereotype are dwarves?
Scottish.
Yeah, obviously, very obviously Scottish people.
So what racist stereotype are elves?
Probably Asian people, to be honest.
No,
Which
that doesn't
planet does Padme admit is Padme admit? I'm just imagining a pod racer, anthropomorphized into Padme. Which planet does she admit is a little too warm for my taste? Jesus.
Is it Tatooine again?
Yes.
Last time every answer was Han Solo. This time it's Tatooine.
Damn it.
Green again. Jeez.
Before you ask, Tatooine.
It's funny because it's a Tatooine-like planet, but unfortunately your turn is over because this is a sequel question. I will ask it anyway. Which kind of Imperial ship's hull do Rey and Finn fly through while escaping Jakku on the Millennium Falcon? It is You can answer it if you want, but either way your turn's over.
Well, I gave my answer.
What do you say? I didn't hear it.
I said Tatooine before you asked.
Yes, the answer is the Imperial ship Tatooine. The Super Star Destroyer. Okay. I don't need to go there. Hell yeah. Back where I was. All right. Well, blue.
So was Gondor England?
The White City.
I mean, a lot of it was based on the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
supposed to be mythology for England, explicitly. But is Gondor specifically England? Who is governor of Naboo
Well, if it
during the
was
Trade Federation occupation?
Palpatine.
Nope.
Damn, who? Oops.
C.O. Bipple.
What? Honestly, you could just be making it up, and I wouldn't know any difference. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if Middle Earth is supposed to be England, then Gondor wouldn't be England. Gondor would be like what, London or something like that.
No, Middle Earth isn't supposed to be England.
Thought it was.
There's more than
Or
just
Middle Earth is the UK, I
England and
guess.
Middle Earth.
The whole area.
Like
Who's
the main portions of the story take place in the part of Middle Earth that's supposed to be basically UK,
Who's
but there's more than
who's Ireland in Middle Earth?
that. I don't know.
Rohan, maybe.
Mm,
Rohan is
I could see that.
they're all about horses in Rohan.
Kyle Stern.
It was so swampy and shit. Like moorish.
It's your turn, Kyle.
But that could be Scotland as well. And the West Country. How do I
I think
All right.
Rohan has to be continental because they're the horse lords.
You're a horse lord. What kind of character did Luke initially tell Yoda he was looking for on Dagobah?
a shifty character? Don't know.
A great warrior. A great
Oh,
warrior. Craig, your turn.
We're
All right.
running into problems just categorizing them all because the premise is stupid that everything is some direct relation.
I mean, I never said that premise about Lord of the Rings.
I know.
Star Wars has a bit of
It
it,
was
but
it was a thought experiment.
someone asked Craig a question. Someone more with it than I am.
Yeah, purple.
We're gonna take a break after Craig's turn, I think.
Who commands the clone turbo laser gunners? Who commands the clone turbo laser gunners? Concentrate all your fire on the nearest starship.
I have no idea what that would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It was Yoda.
This bloodthirsty little son of a bitch, Yoda. All right, it's gonna be Lost Joke's turn when we come back, but we're gonna take like a maybe 5 or 10 minute break, and we'll be back. So until then, BRB. All right, we're back. We have Figs, because why not? We have Jan here. We have Kyle, Katarn. Okay, no cursing, no swearing. See, look, Craig, I have the alert set up so it says your name and everything. No swearing. Your Twitch name, and then the counting down. Some of these models are so bad. Get rid of that one. Where's this Luke? Get rid of this one too.
Oh, it's Lost Joke's turn.
It is Lost Joke's turn.
Orange.
Who was the first person to kneel before Boss Nass in the Gungan's sacred place?
Han Solo.
Han Solo was like 1 year old. Not even. Han Solo wasn't even born at that point.
Are you implying that Han Solo is younger than Anakin Skywalker?
Yes, I am. They've changed Han Solo's age with the Solo movie. I think Han Solo was always supposed to be like 25 or so, but they made him like 30 in with the changes that they did in the Solo movie. It just kind of makes it weird that this 30-year-old is hitting on Leia, who is supposed to be 18.
Listen, this isn't that kind of movie, kid.
So yes, the question: Who is the first person to kneel before Boss Nass in the Gungans' sacred place?
Pretty sure it's Jar Jar.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Nope. It's the Padme. Padme.
The Padme.
The Padme. Yes, it's the Padme. Oh, it's my turn. Ugh. So let's see. Blue.
I think I was framed earlier by
You were
someone
framed.
buying a bunch of points for me in the poll.
Oh yeah.
What
And I think
Imperial
that person
officer
was
refers to the Death Star as the ultimate power in the universe?
That's Tarkin. No,
Your answer.
It's not Tarkin, is it? It's that guy. I don't know his name though. It's the guy. It's during the scene where they're all in like the conference room and they're like arguing, and then Vader is like, your lack of faith is disturbing. I'm still gonna guess Tarkin, but I don't think that's it.
Do you know any other names of the people?
Honestly, in that group, no, I don't think I know any of the other names.
Okay, it's not Tarkin.
Who was it?
Admiral Mahdi.
Yeah, that name isn't familiar to me.
Kyle. Is Kyle still awake?
Is Kyle still awake? Kyle, do you exist? Or did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
All right. Your turn. Green. Who appears as a translucent phantasm on a Hoth snow plain? I can even tell you what he said if you would like a hint at what this phantasm might have said.
Yeah, sure.
Luke, you must go to Dagobah. There you will find Yoda.
This is the prequels, right?
No, this is the original
No,
movies.
it's not sequel. Okay. That'd be Obi-Wan then.
Yes, it is. Actually, I didn't look, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Luke.
You must go find Yoda on Dagobah.
On Dagobah.
Oh, it's my go again, sorry.
Yep, it is.
It was actually Samuel L. Jackson telling Luke to go to Dagobah.
He just couldn't tell who it really was because he was blue and translucent. Samuel L. Jackson and Sir Alec Guinness look very much alike, so.
Yeah, I don't mean the
It said-
Jedi that Samuel L. Jackson played. I mean Samuel L. Jackson.
It's just him. It was Nick Fury. He was trying to invite Luke to join the Avenger Initiative, but who dismisses the claim that Luke has become a Jedi Knight as delusions of grandeur?
I'm not sure actually, but it does sound familiar.
You have a guess?
No, I don't. Not a name specific.
Han. It was Han. Han Solo. Craig, your turn. Han wasn't the best of friends, was he? Didn't really believe in Luke. All right, someone read Craig's question. Kyla's just going full on artsy over there.
How many times does Obi-Wan visit Mos Espa in The Phantom Menace?
Can you repeat the question?
How many times does Obi-Wan visit Mos Espa in The Phantom Menace?
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I don't know, twice.
No. Never. He never went there.
What a trick question. what a I was gonna say a bad word. I can't. Oh no. What a mean
Was
play
Mos
by the game.
Espa even the city where Anakin grew up? Probably not.
No.
No, Mos Espa was where the racetrack was, I think, or it was where the race area was. I thought.
And if I remember correctly, I think Obi-Wan stayed on the ship or something, because he was not with Qui-Gon most of that time.
Your turn, Last Joke.
Yellow.
I kind of considered the possibility that was a trick question, but they don't really do that very often in this game.
Yeah. Who barks the order? Red group, gold group, all fighters, follow me.
Isn't that Lando?
It was, in fact, Martin Landau. Yay, I can curse now.
Actually, I'm a friar, so I can curse all I like. Damn it.
Craig got no cursing again. Okay.
It really even counts as a roll like you've been doing.
One. Blue.
Which 4 words of warning for future trench runs does Gold 5 communicate before he crashes into the Death Star?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint on this one. What's the most memed line during that entire sequence of the trench run on the Death Star?
I don't know. I can't shake him.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
They came from behind.
Behind. They came from behind. And then he crashes. My turn.
I came from behind.
Sure. Blue.
What color are the eyes? You don't want this one.
Is it a sequel question?
It's a sequel question,
Oh.
and you don't care.
No, this is my first roll, so it doesn't count. Ask me another one.
Who objects more than once to taking Queen Amidala to Tatooine?
Anakin, I'm going to assume.
Are you sure about that? Want me to read the question again? Who objects more than once to taking Queen Amidala to Tatooine?
Qui-Gon. I don't know.
Captain Panaka.
No, of course.
You
I know
know,
who
Kyle,
he is.
geometric patterns are linked to paganism, and paganism is linked to neo-paganism, and neo-paganism is linked to racism. Therefore, you are a racist.
Okay.
It's your turn, by the way.
Whose turn?
Kyle's turn. And that leads to the dark side.
Exactly.
Green. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. I accidentally
I
took.
rolled 5 the last 3 times now.
Hold on. I accidentally typed 1 twice, so it tried to give me 11 cards. Oops. Where were you, Craig? I'm messing up.
Lost joke.
Where were you, Lost Joke? Were you on green or blue, or I don't know?
I don't remember.
I think he was there.
All right. Liz wants a weird accent. Put this back here. And that weird accent is going to be
Old-timey prospector.
old-timey prospector. All right. What? You're on green. What type of starfighters make up the Green Squadron at the Battle of Endor?
I feel like I should know this because it's in Battlefront, but I forgot.
I do believe it is a thing you can fly in Battlefront. That is true.
Just guess a letter.
No, I'm not gonna guess a letter.
Come on,
Doesn't
guess a letter.
H.
Guess at it. There's only 3 of them really that you could reasonably guess, right?
H.
No, it was not an H wing. It was an A wing.
Damn it.
There were A wings, B wings, and Y wings in addition to X wings.
Craig,
Yeah, I'm gonna forget that in a minute.
it's your turn. Your turn, y'all. Commence to rolling.
How long do you have to do that?
Another 30 seconds or so. It's only 2 minutes. I still can't swear either. Oh
Might have made
no.
that a bit too cheap.
Oh no. It's on a cooldown too, but maybe I should make it a little more expansive.
Does the no swearing also include very obscure or obtuse swears?
Yellow.
Probably.
It can be any sort of.
Like I couldn't even say the M word either. The dreaded.
McClunky?
No, you can't say that.
I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Would you say yellow?
Yeah.
Who is shown spending time in detention cell number 2187? Spending time to make it sound like they're just casually hanging out in the detention center.
They kind of were,
Yeah.
to be honest. They kind of look like it.
Oh, where are you going for your work break there, sir? Oh, I'm just gonna go, hang out in the detention cells. I like the alone time.
It has to be a Leia, right?
It's Leia.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
Aren't you a little sassy to be an ambassador?
She's a princess, I'll have you know.
She got in through nepotism.
And the whoever was the king wasn't even the real her real father. Spoilers. This game is taking quite a while.
I don't suspect we're gonna actually finish this.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we might not. It's mostly because of the stupid rules of like you have to land exact rolls too.
Orange.
You already have orange. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Which character is accused of always thinking with his stomach?
Stomach. Shit.
Hey, I still have a minute left on no swearing.
I'm not bound by that. I kind of have no idea. There are some options.
I know who I would guess, but don't know if it's right.
Just say a name. There's like 5 people in all of Star Wars' galaxy.
Well, not if we're including the prequels. Han Solo.
You were close, but no. It's Chewbacca.
Oh,
So yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna guess Jar Jar. Thought that could be a prequel question.
Jar Jar was another of my options, but yeah, I should have thought of Chewie.
Your turn, Losthook. Now I can swear again.
Pink.
Hank. What does the Emperor say that Luke Skywalker will call him in time? This is exactly one of the questions that we had last week.
Isn't it like Master or something?
Yes, it was. This is Master or something.
In time, you will call me Master or something.
Purple.
We'll work it out when we get to that point.
We will cross that bridge when we come to it.
Who does CPO? Who does C3PO lecture?
Everyone.
Screaming about it can't help you.
Chewbacca.
Got that immediately. Crap.
Sorry, I said that wrong. I have to say it again. We will cross that bridge when we come to it.
Do it. Blue for the wedge. Which pilot destroys the second Death Star's power regulator?
Wedge?
You get a wedge for wedge.
Yellow.
Who asks the Tidarium for its cargo and destination?
I don't know, Imperial Customs?
Well, they're looking for a name. An actual name.
I don't have a name. Well, I
It's
don't
an
have
actual,
a name to give.
It's an actual named character. So, well, you might know it if you know that it's a named character.
No, I won't know it.
It is Admiral Piet,
Nope, wouldn't have known that.
also known as Admiral Pi TT. Green.
Who pilots the Sith infiltrator?
That's Maul.
Yep.
Yay.
Excuse me, he didn't go to evil Sith Jedi school to just be called Maul, thank you very
Well,
much.
at the time he was called Darth Maul, although I will say, in Clone Wars, he only went by Maul because he didn't consider himself to be a Darth anymore.
Why not? Isn't Darth a lifelong appointment?
He just didn't want to be associated with it, I guess. I don't know. He was disillusioned when the youngling like Obi-Wan could kill him, cut him in half.
Well, at the time he was piloting that ship, he was still a Darth. He was still sipping the Sith Kool-Aid.
Who draws the one remaining Imperial scout at the Endor bunker's back entrance into an ambush?
Han Solo?
Yep.
Shoot, I already have orange, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Roll again. No. Yellow.
Who clarifies for Luke Skywalker, quote, "It is you who are mistaken about a great many things."
In other words, no you.
That's the Emperor. Emperor Sheev.
You give me a different name.
Emperor Palpatine, Emperor Sheev Palpatine, Darth Sidious. I've given you all of his names. I've given you every single name that he had.
Sheev is a fanfic name.
It's not. It's actually his real name. It was in one of the
No.
novels.
Which novel?
I don't remember which novel. There was
it
a Palpatine
sequel
novel. No, there was a novel. There was a Palpatine novel. I'm pretty sure it was in that one. Oh, there we go. Red or pink, but yeah, it's red. Red for the purposes of the card.
Who sums up Darth Vader's revelation that he is Luke's father as unexpected and unfortunate?
I mean that's also Emperor Sheev, Darth Sidious Palpatine.
Wrong.
Am I wrong? Who is it?
Yoda.
Ah.
Unexpected. Unfortunate.